Hi, this is Larry. This is me trying to go over weekly contest 210. I'm going to do a virtual contest. Went hiking this weekend. It was great. Definitely recommend hiking in general, get in shape and all that stuff. Scrolling slowly downwards so I could get to virtual contest without looking at the prom names and the high score. Okay. Do I have everything? I have pen, paper, okay, pencil, paper. Paper's a little bit used, but that's okay. Let's get started. Okay. Okay, let's go. Q1. Okay. F is 1 to 5. Okay. AP. I think the nesting tab. This is straightforward. It's maxed nesting tab, right? Why is this 2 and the 3 underscored? I'm really confused a little bit, but okay. A little bit slow because I'm making silly comments, but did I whoops noob. Oh yeah, 3310. Okay, that looks good. Let's submit. Computer's a little slower than usual, but okay. Maximum network rank. 2 different cities. Maximum network of all pairs. Within the maximum rank. What the hell is a rank? I didn't read it there. So, wait, what? I find it hard to read. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Directly connected to each city. Oh, okay. So that is silly. So we could do n cube, right? So I think I took too long to read this, to be honest. But okay. It's bidirectional. Nope. Let's just say IJK. Do they have to be connected? Okay. 666 really? I don't think that's right. 455. What did I get wrong? Huh. Oh, whoops. That makes sense, maybe? Not really. Oh yeah, no, this just, okay. Oops. Four, 5, 5. I think that's the right answer, so let's go. Pretty slow. Don't give me TLE, please, thank you. Okay, split two string make palindromes. Choose a new at the same index. Check if. Split two string to make palindrome. Okay. Yeah, I'm not reading this right. Okay. So A is equal to B is equal to 2. Okay. They say you want to first put an A. Okay. 10 to the 5th. Oh, at the same index. Okay, so it's just some sort of sliding window type thing. I think I missed the same index part, that's why I was a little confused. How would I do it? Doing it. Seems pretty. Just bookkeeping. Right, it's DP in a way. Okay. I think I am hesitant right now because right now I have an intuition, but I am not. It's not fresh out of my head yet, so. But it's just some sort of bookkeeping problem. So for. Let's keep it dumb. Maybe not that dumb to have typos. Oh my. What do I do? So you keep two things for each string, the middle and then the suffix. Okay, I think I got it. And then you keep track. Okay. And you do the sides as well. Okay. It's annoying, but it's doable. How do I do it quite right? Alright, let's just remember the middle. Okay. It's not really TP per se, but no, that's okay. Eh. While a of minute is equal to a of minute. Okay. This is a problem where I can actually see the top people do really fast, to be honest. And I'm a little bit slower than I would normally because I'm talking, but you know. So okay. Oh, this is not good. So we want the least one. So then now we have the middle chunk. Now we have to go from index and range limit. 8 is 2, A true, B true. 8 is such terrible names. A match maybe is better. If A of index is not equal to, is this off by 1? This may be off by 1. B of index minus 1. Nope, it's n minus this. The match is equal to false. Now that I write it out, I think I did it in a really weird way, but that's fine. Let's see. Oof, B mid dice. Oops. True, false. This one I'm a little bit uncertain about when I submit it. That's why I'm like, this should be true. Okay, let's go. Oh, good. Count subtrees with maximum distance between cities. So usually I refresh to see how many people have solved it, and obviously this is not live, so I'm gonna take a quick peek just to kind of see if I could gauge the difficulty of the problem. That would be 9th, but of course this is not a real contest, so there are n numbers from 1 to n, and no one seems to have submitted the Q4 yet, is what I'm gonna say. Anyway, there are n cities, number from 1 to n, you're given an array directional edge from UV, there exists a unique pattern, with the cities on tree. Okay, so there's a tree, subtree is every city is which one? Okay, subtree. This is usually strongly directed thing, strongly connected component phrasing, but I don't know. When you define subtrees, maximal distance between two cities subtrees equal to D. What? This is very wordy. Okay. You have these edges. I'll put 340. What does that mean? Oh, so for D, 1, 2's maximum distance is 2, 4 is 1, 1, 2, 3. Subtree is 2, which is fair. Oh, it's only 15. Okay, so that's what I'm noticing. Because I was like, this is going to be really hard. But it's only 15, then we can only look at the subtrees. And you could, basically this is going to be exhaustive. Maybe with DP. This is only 15. And then you just keep track of the arrays. And then just do math on them. Is that even true? So, is it connected? In the diameter of a tree. Okay, I think that's all I got to do. Okay. This is actually not that bad. It's just exhaustive search and the diameter of a tree, which is O of n. So this is going to be O of n times 2 to the n or something like that. Or n squared times 2 to the n. Okay. I have ideas in my head. I'm thinking about implementation. That's what I'm doing now. Yeah, and this is all very interesting. Okay. Let's create an edges first. I still like to make them in an adjacency list. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. So maybe that's not necessary if, but okay. But now we are going to yeah, okay. So now we just have d is equal to 0 times n minus 1. Okay, and then now we just do the exhaustive search. Yeah. Now I wish I was in this contest because I think I would have done really okay. Knock on wood. Okay, so this is mask for choose your set for x in range of n if x if this is greater than 0 subtree at x and don't really even need it that way. I'm doing it well weird, but okay, so then max is equal to I don't know, go subtree. Like I said, numbering is well terrible, but these okay, and then that's pretty much it for the framework. Now we just have to get the diameter of the subtree, right? Which is not that difficult in theory. So what is the diameter? Diameter is just 2 depth for search, so let's do that. How do I get the first number of a set? I always forget. I guess does this have to be a set? No, it could be a list. Let's make it a list. And also let's just pass in the mask because I'm being a little bit silly. I know why I wanted it to be a set. Okay, fine. I'm being silly. I'm like spending a lot of time doing weird things. And this is how you don't finish top 10 though. Okay, but okay, so now let's do, okay, let's see if, let's also make sure there is at least one element. I was going to add that every tree, but okay, so then first is equal to subtree sub 0, and then let's just do a depth first search. I have to win somewhere, but the first, so okay. So basically what we want is we want the furthest node is equal to none. Yeah. And then okay. So that's basically how you would do the diameter. With some really weird bad code, but to be honest, this is like pretty much it. It's just all typing at this point, and I have to kind of figure out how to do the typing part. Non-local first step. Oh, I guess it. Let's do this as 0. Whoops. First step. equal to distance. Furthest is equal to node. Okay. Otherwise, let's go. We wanted to first search for x, or for, let's say we in e sub, or an edges sub node. If we did I do anything with the subtree? Change it back to set. If v is in s, and we, man, I'm a little bit rusty on the tree stuff. Just got back. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So if node is, or if v is not equal to the parent, and v is in s, then dfs we know distance plus 1. Also have to do non-local and furthest. That seems to be really wrong, so okay. Is this, did I mess it up? Because I think I count 0, and this is actually from 1 to 4, so I have to do something like oof. What can max be? Is it, did I return none? Now it could just be 0 at worst. Huh. Distance is greater than first step. What does that mean? The furthest step is more than that? That's not possible. Or maybe I'm just off by 1 on the furthest distance. That's also probably true. Let's just do this then. 0. Yeah, because I start with 0. Okay. So then the first, is that true? I don't know. Let's see. 3, 4, 0. That's not right. Oh, I know. Because I have to check that this is connected. I remember thinking about it, but I forgot. So okay. Okay, I have to see that it's connected. Oh man, we're using variable names. That's why one character up pretty okay. Okay. Let me see it. Node. If s is not equal to visited, return -1, and then let's just go if mx is -1, continue. List out range. What? That doesn't. Why? Debugging is so expensive. That's the sad part, is that I know how. I mean, I've been knowing how to do this. It's just that I'm not doing it. Okay. So C12. Oh, this wants to be 3. No. N and 1, 0 and 1. What? What am I doing? And why is this 1 wrong? Why is 1 out of bounds? Am I missing something? Do I reuse the character somewhere? Is that right? This is what I get for jinxing myself. Let's just print D. Why? Why is this? Did I mess up N? N is 2, so we have 1 element away. So that's what am I looking at? The maximum distance between 2 cities, right? And it's 1. Oh, because 0 cannot exist. I'm just really bad at this. Whoops. So this is good. I am dumb. Okay. I don't have to print anymore. Did I remove my print statement? I guess so. Let's give it a submit. Only because it's virtual contest. I would probably fit 1 more. Okay, let's go. Where did I would have virtual finished? I was slow on that one though. I really should have gone there one faster. But well, I guess I should have did this contest though. But yeah, I'm not surprised that people got these really quickly. I don't know. I guess there's really no postmortem when you could have finished 4th. I mean, I didn't compete in this contest, and it's a virtual contest. I was a little bit slow. I'm a little bit sluggish from just coming back from a trip, but the problem set seems tailored toward me. A little bit of a postmortem. Let's see. Okay, so I guess I would have been 4th. That's a little bit sad that I didn't compete then. And I think this one. Yeah, I guess I'm a little bit sad that I didn't compete because I finished 4th. But could I just usually when I do the postmortem, I think about if I could do them faster and so forth. I think Q1 I just misread it a little bit. Oh, I don't know. Like this is not a 1 minute 30-second problem. I was just being slow because I think in a virtual contest especially I was just waking it up, like warming up. Usually for regular contests I probably would warm up a little bit beforehand. Q2. This one I just didn't read it correctly for a little bit, and then I also have a case where I is equal to J, which I knew about when I was thinking about it, but I didn't type it, so that was a little bit slow. I could probably done it much faster. Congrats to Alex, by the way. With 2 string, this took me a little while, but I also know, and yeah, I also know for a fact that maybe it was on Codeforce or something, but I've seen. Wasn't this problem, but I used the same idea in a different thing at some point where it might be Leetcode, but maybe it was in palindromes. But the reason why I was able to do this so quickly was that I think I learned this. I think maybe it's Leetcode, but maybe it's Codeforces, where the idea is that basically you just break each thing into 3 pieces, which is let's use IJK say. You know, I, J, and K, and then you have A versions of these, and then B versions of this, and then basically the end result that you're checking for is just going to be the middle piece of either A or B, because you can take it from the either one, and then the prefix of I to the K and also B to the K, which is kind of what I implemented. So I did okay. I think it just took me a little bit while to kind of get to this. I think I'm very happy that I didn't get any WAs, to be honest, because that has been my nemesis. Though in Q4, I'm actually surprised that more people didn't get it quickly, to be honest. Because this is just because if you watch the stream, I had a couple of issues with typos and stuff like that, but the components are very well known to competitive programmers, so I think I would have expected them to be fast-ish. Yeah, like 9 minutes is pretty reasonable. I mean, he had a WA, but I expect a lot of these people to be pretty good about it. So now I'm really sad that I didn't compete on this one for real. Though, of course, if I did compete it for real, who knows? Maybe I was really tired yesterday, so I couldn't have done it. But even if you penalized 10 minutes, I probably would have been like top 20, right? So, or top 25 maybe? I don't know the actual rankings. So I'm a little bit sad because that would have been still, pretty good for me. But, I don't know what this, and Q4 is just basically, just brute force. I mean, I think I thought this one was hard until I found the n is equal to 15. Then then you know that, oh, I thought it's going to be some O of n type things. And some part of this is that knowing the diameter of a tree is, you could do it with 2-depth of search, which is what I've done here. I don't know if this is my favorite pattern, if you want to call it a pattern, but I've done this a few times, so okay. Yeah, so that's the end of the live contest. Once again, I mean, when you finish 4th, obviously you wish you did it during the contest. And I guess I finished top whatever before, so it's not like, you know, this is unbelievable. I've done higher, I've done lower many other times. So this would have been a happy result, but it's not like, would have been like, oh, this would have been my, you know, career best. But I think this would have been my 2nd highest ranking, maybe. But again, you know, who knows if I could have done it in the real time, but I'm still really happy about it, because I had a rough contest last weekend, so it's nice to know you still got it. But I'm surprised that more people haven't gotten it, because it's maybe the competitive people on here. I don't see some of the names. Okay, but yeah, that's all I have for this virtual contest. I will see y'all next contest. Bye bye.